Imagine a life where you no longer seek validation or approval from others. A life where your peace remains undisturbed by external noise, and your purpose is not swayed by the opinions of those around you. Visualize waking up each day, not to the clamor of chaos, but to the quiet, calm voice within you, the voice you once ignored because the outside world was too loud. Now picture this: you are alone, yet not lonely. You have released everything that no longer serves your growth, and in that profound silence, something awakens within you: clarity, strength, and truth. Buddhism teaches us that true transformation begins not in the company of others, but in solitude, a sacred space where your soul finally breathes freely. This is the path to healing. This is how you reconstruct yourself, piece by piece, on your own. It starts right now, with 12 Buddhist principles designed to reshape your mind, renew your spirit, and reconnect you to your authentic self. 1. Let go of the illusion of control. Most of our suffering stems from trying to control what was never meant to be controlled. We expect people to behave in certain ways, life to unfold exactly as we planned, and situations to align perfectly with our desires. But when reality doesn't meet our expectations, frustration, anxiety, and defeat often follow. Here lies a profound truth: you cannot dictate what others say, think, or do. Nor can you control outcomes, timing, or the twists fate throws your way. Life is unpredictable. People are imperfect. Circumstances change without warning. Buddhism teaches us that suffering does not arise from what happens, but from our attachment to how we believe things should be. As the Buddha wisely said, you only lose what you cling to. The tighter you hold onto expectations, the deeper your pain when they go unmet. Yet, when you release that grip, a remarkable transformation occurs. You begin to accept life as it is, rather than as you demand it to be. Let go of forcing outcomes. Stop trying to fix everyone or make everything perfect. When you stop resisting reality, your suffering eases. In this surrender, you do not weaken, you grow wiser. Instead of wasting energy on what you cannot control, you reclaim your power by mastering your response. Your true strength lies not in controlling life but in gracefully meeting it as it unfolds. In today's fast-paced world, it's all too easy to avoid ourselves. Whenever discomfort, boredom, or sadness arises, we reach for a screen, a song, a video, or a chat to escape. These distractions may seem harmless, but over time, they form a habit of avoidance. You begin to fear silence and resist stillness. Gradually, without noticing, you become a stranger to your own mind. Buddhism teaches that real healing and transformation start only when you stop running and start sitting with yourself. Why is this so important? Because beneath the noise lies your truth. Beneath the discomfort lies clarity. The emotions you try to bury, the quiet whispers of sadness, guilt, or longing, aren't enemies, they are messengers trying to guide you. When you learn to sit quietly, without scrolling your phone, without seeking company, without numbing your mind with noise, you begin to hear what your soul has been whispering all along. You discover that you are not empty, you have simply been unattended. You are not broken, you have simply been unheard. So, sit with yourself, not as a punishment, but as a sacred return to who you are. Let the silence feel strange at first. Let emotions surface like clouds drifting across the sky. Don't judge, just observe. The moment you become fully present with yourself, without the need to escape, you begin to remember your true essence. And that awareness is the foundation of transformation. Most people run from pain. It's natural to see pain as something bad, to avoid it or fix it as quickly as possible. But in Buddhism, pain is not your enemy, it's a messenger, a mirror. Reflecting your inner truth. Pain is the crack through which light enters your soul. Growth never feels comfortable. It feels like loss, confusion, and everything falling apart. Just as a seed must break to become a tree, parts of you must break to allow the emergence of a stronger, wiser self. Pain is not here to punish you, it is here to reshape you. When you sit with your suffering instead of running or numbing it, you begin to understand its wisdom. Heartbreak shows you what you value most. Failure teaches resilience you didn't know you had. Silence brings you face to face with parts of yourself that need healing. You cannot rebuild yourself if you keep hiding from what hurts. Here's a shift to try. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, What is this trying to teach me? This change in mindset turns pain into power. The most peaceful people you meet are not those who never suffered, they are those who faced their pain, accepted it with grace, and let it transform them. So don't rush to escape what hurts. Let the pain burn away the old version of you, the fearful, dependent, lost self. From those ashes, a clearer, stronger, wiser you will rise. This is the profound beauty of pain. When met with presence, it does not destroy you, it rebuilds you. In a world that constantly pushes us to want more, do more, and become more, simplicity can feel like weakness or stagnation. But in Buddhism, simplicity is not a step backward, it's a return to clarity and peace. Consider how much you carry, physically, mentally, emotionally, that isn't truly necessary. The clutter in your home, the overwhelming commitments on your calendar, the noise in your digital life, and toxic relationships that drain your energy silently weigh you down. Buddha taught that desire is the root of suffering. Not just material desire, but the craving for recognition, possessions, and distractions. Transformation isn't found in adding more, it's found in subtracting what doesn't. Serve your peace. Start by asking yourself, what is truly essential to my well-being? Simplify your environment, clear the excess. Let go of unused things and unnecessary obligations. Simplify your relationships, choose depth over quantity. Simplify your mind, release thoughts that don't serve your higher self. When you live with less, you create space, more room to breathe, to reflect, to grow. Simplicity doesn't mean sacrificing joy, it means freeing yourself from chasing hollow pleasures. It creates a sacred inner space where your spirit can rise, undisturbed by external noise or pressure. Slow down, clear the excess, and let your life become quiet enough for you to hear your soul again. The more you simplify, the more you amplify who you truly are. One of Buddhism's most powerful lessons is this: you are not your thoughts or emotions, you are the one who watches them. Yet, many forget this. When triggered by a rude comment, fear, or painful memory, they react impulsively. Anger, anxiety, or sadness take over, leading to actions and words that deepen suffering. Buddhism offers a different path: awareness and stillness. Instead of being swept away by emotions, learn to observe them like clouds drifting across the sky. Emotions come and go, you don't have to chase or become them. Just watch. Breathe. Stay still. This is not easy. The mind wants to react, the ego wants to fight, and pain wants to scream. But when you pause, you reclaim power. You shift from automatic reaction to conscious response. In that moment between the trigger and your reaction lies your freedom. Remember, anger, fear, and sadness are not your enemies. The real danger is losing yourself within them. Practice becoming the watcher of your mind. When anger arises, acknowledge it: anger is here. When fear appears, say, I see you, fear, and then breathe. Don't push emotions away or fight them, let them pass like waves rolling over you, not through you. This is emotional mastery. This is how you stop being a victim of your mind and start becoming its master. Because the strongest person isn't the one who reacts fastest, but the one who stays still long enough to choose peace over chaos. Be the observer, and your life will begin to transform. Each of us carries a version of ourselves shaped by pain, fear, rejection, or past experiences. Maybe it's the not good enough self, the one that always fails, or the one that's been criticized, abandoned, or told it's too much or not enough. Without realizing it, we begin to identify deeply with this old self, repeating stories like I'm just anxious or I always mess things up. We accept these as unchangeable truths. But Buddhism offers a powerful insight: the self you believe you are is not fixed or permanent. It can change, evolve, and be rebuilt. To become someone new, you must be willing to release the version of you that no longer serves your highest good. Let go of the self that doubts, the self that shrinks to fit in, and the self that endlessly replays the same painful stories. You don't need to hate that old self, it was doing its best to protect you with the tools it had. Now, you are ready to grow. Growth means releasing identities built on wounds so you can step into one built on wisdom. This transformation is not a sudden leap but a moment-by-moment choice to act like the person you want to become, not the one you have been. Speak kindly to yourself. Stop repeating stories that hurt you. Walk with your head held high, not from pride, but because you have remembered your worth. Letting go of the old self isn't about becoming someone else, it's about returning to who you were before the world told you who to be. Breathe deeply. Forgive your past self. And with every step forward, remind yourself, you are allowed to grow beyond your former limits. There will be moments when you feel abandoned, misunderstood, or utterly alone. Friends may drift away, relationships may crumble, and support may vanish, leaving you to wonder, why am I on this path alone? What if this loneliness is not a curse, but a sacred gift? In Buddhism, solitude is not something to fear but something to honor. When you walk alone, free from noise, influence, or pressure to be anyone for others, you meet the most important person in your life, yourself. Our culture constantly urges connection, yet connection without self-awareness leads to confusion. We say yes when we mean no, mold ourselves to others' expectations, and lose sight of our own values. In solitude, these illusions fall away. You hear your own thoughts again. You begin to question what you truly want, not what others expect. You remember your values, dreams, pain, and power. Buddha himself left his palace and comfort to walk alone beneath the Bodhi tree, where he awakened. Solitude strips away the masks and reveals the real work of self-discovery. There's no applause, no guidance, just you showing up for your own soul. But understand this, walking alone is not loneliness. It is becoming strong enough to stand without needing anyone else to hold you up. When you can walk your path without applause, be at peace without constant company, and enjoy your own presence like a best friend, that is when you know you are becoming whole. If you feel misunderstood or isolated now, remember, this is not punishment but preparation. Those who learn to walk alone ultimately lead themselves to the most powerful place of all, inner peace. In today's world, multitasking is often celebrated as a superpower. The more tasks you juggle at once, the more productive and valuable you seem. But here's a hidden truth. The more you split your attention, the less of yourself you bring to each task. You might eat while scrolling your phone, listen while thinking about your reply, or walk while your mind races 1,000 directions. But are you truly living these moments, or just passing through life on autopilot? Buddhism teaches the opposite: mindfulness, the art of being fully present with whatever you're doing, no matter how simple it may seem. When you eat, just eat. When you listen, just listen. When you walk, feel each step beneath your feet like it truly matters. Why is this so important? Because when your mind is scattered, your life becomes scattered. Divided attention drains your energy, and rushing through moments makes you miss the subtle beauty, wisdom, and healing that life quietly offers. Mindfulness brings you back to now, the only moment that truly exists. It calms your nervous system, clears mental fog, and deepens your connection to the world and yourself. By practicing mindfulness, you turn mundane moments into sacred rituals. You learn to appreciate the present instead of being lost in regrets about the past or worries about the future. This awareness transforms your daily life, making it richer, fuller, and more meaningful. Remember, transformation is not a distant dream, it begins with the smallest choices you make every day. By embracing these timeless Buddhist principles, you're not just changing your mindset, you're awakening to a life of peace, clarity, and true freedom. Let go of what no longer serves you, face yourself with courage, and walk your path with mindful presence. In the stillness, you will find your power. In the silence, you will hear your soul's voice. And in this journey, you will discover the most profound truth of all, that the peace you seek has always been inside you. Start now, and watch your life unfold into a masterpiece of wisdom, strength, and boundless joy.